Hello, my name is Cynthia Ordonez Salguero, and I am the Campus Compact AmeriCorps Vista serving at College for Social Innovation here in Boston, Massachusetts. And I am excited to talk more about my service year, the work that I did, the impact that I made, and the capacity that I built. Background on College for Social Innovation. It's a nonprofit that brings together colleges and the social sector to create fully credited hands-on learning experience that are meaningful, accessible, and life-changing. As someone who did the program here at College for Social Innovation in the fall of 2019, I can confidently say that I came out of it feeling more empowered as a young professional, but also having the skills and network that has launched me in the trajectory that I am now, which is working in the nonprofit field in the Boston area. Some of my project goals, including creating a variety of most of my project goals centered around creating a variety of resources to support our fellows and to ensure that they're getting the most out of their experience interning here in Boston. So, resources around healthy food and how to access them and how to cook them and stuff like that, streamlining communication so fellows know where's the one place they have everything that they need as they continue to navigate this new semester and building a community of support with a cohort and exploring Boston's rich and contemporary life with cultural resources and community life events. A lot of my anti poverty focus work related around food security. Over the entire year, I create, with the help of others, obviously, created and delivered over 30 care packages with fresh fruits and vegetables from About Fresh, which is another nonprofit in the Boston area that tries to make fresh foods and vegetables more accessible in food deserts. Additionally, we started a partnership with them and continue and hope to continue this care package process moving forward. I also created a guide on how fellows living in our housing can apply for SNAP benefits, what to expect during the application process, the benefits that they receive, and so on. I also helped organize and recruit panelists of nonprofit staff to share their experience in helping increase food access and food security. This was one of my favorite parts of this semester because I think that it showed it was an event of community and sharing knowledge. And a lot of the students used the information that they learned from there to do their human centered design projects. So it was nice to see how they built off the knowledge of other people. Additionally, I started a food pantry from a generous donation from About Fresh of over $400, fresh fruits and vegetables. And we had a food pantry in our Austin housing. With the leftovers, we brought them over to community fridges in the Boston area. Many colleges accredited internships and study of week programs are costly for low-income students. Over 65% of College for Social Innovation fellows come from underrepresented groups, such as those who are Pell eligible students of color and first generation students. Like I said, my role is to help students get the most out of this experience, and low income students face additional barriers than other students. And in building capacity for those students, I created and published weekly newsletters that have go-to information for fellows so they can start their week, resources around community events around the Boston area, applying for jobs that recent graduates can now apply for, um, homework and assignments and deadlines that are due that upcoming week, and also some health and wellness resources. Additionally, I helped create a hiring guide for community advisors, which are the equivalent to resident assistants in other colleges. And um, I helped support our community advisors implement 3 community life events to cultivate community and engagement, and also help with that. Um, Helping students have access to fun things around Boston. Oh, so sorry. Here we go. I think we are almost. Yep, just making sure. Okay, so some of the challenges that I faced this semester were that remote students had more um, difficulty getting information. A lot of our students get information from their peers and asking them, like, when does this do? What did you do with this? How did you handle this? And because remote students are more removed from other fellows, they might not um know that On the Horizon is the first newsletter to it's the first place that they should look for any information that they need around deadlines and assignments due for that week. Having to juggle multiple competing responsibilities was very difficult, as any Vista can relate, and planning events in advance and being able to give students notice was difficult, especially around being COVID safe, making sure that the weather was nice, the time worked, and how one would get there. And again, emphasizing on the COVID safe, it was hard to meet both the need of being accurate, as accurate and can be, but also giving enough time for students to plan, to put it in the calendar, to think about whether they want to attend or not. Some of my takeaways and recommendations for future vistas is to build off the work done by community members and your coworkers and your network. They have templates, they have advice, they have best practices that they have done for a lot longer, maybe, than you. And it's a lot easier to build off the work of other people than to start from scratch. And that's always where I I try to start. Um, and before a big project, set a goal for yourself as to what you want the outcome to be, what you want to achieve, what you want the output to be. So as you continue to work for it, you have a clear uh, aim. Some COVID-19 impacts of the semester was I difficulty in researching free to low cost cultural events in Boston. A lot of them were virtual, or if they were in person, cost money. Um, Hold on, I have to cough. Another impact COVID-19 had was we started doing community meetings as a form to foster community and to also share information that fellows need to know. Um, and those were split into 25 minutes of information and 15 minutes of community building. We asked questions, we played games, we supported them during their showcase speeches. And finally, not being able to create and collect jobs, part-time jobs that students could um, do during the semester if they needed it, they wanted it because of COVID. There weren't a lot of part-time per diem roles that were also COVID safe. And yeah, thank you for listening. Bye.